Hello and welcome to the War on Wellness. I am your host, Penny McPherson, and today we are talking about home remedies that we take for granted. Home remedies that we take for granted. And why am I sharing this with you? Because I'm plant-based Penny, and because I know that what I've done, experienced, mistakes I've made in my life have been able to benefit me, my family, and you're my family. So I want to be able to share that information with you. So recently what's happening is that my family has gone through a little bout of having a little bit of the cold virus. Cold virus. Anybody had a cold virus this year? Put a C in the chat for cold if you've had one so far this year, and let me know, because sometimes we take these things for granted. And what I do is I use God's wisdom and grandma's remedies and my experience from the professionalism that I developed in 34 years in corporate America, the years that I spent studying abroad in medical missionary schools and traveling to 7 countries and 3 continents, and taking all of that together with the clients that I've been able to help move from problems to progress with plant-based solutions to help you. And that is what the War on Wellness broadcast is all about. And so today I said, man, should I have one today or should I not have one? Because my voice doesn't sound 100% yet, but I feel completely fine. Thank you for asking. But I do want to share what I have learned in my journey. They say if I can help somebody, uh, Camilla, if I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living will not be in vain. Okay? My living will not be in vain. So I am going to share with you what I've learned, and I'm actually going to show you. I'm going to have like a little show and tell just for you so that you'll have this information. Because a lot of times people learn a lot by what they see and what they know. So, some of the remedies you're going to know. You may have used them before, and some of the remedies may be new to you. So, I'm going to start with a really easy one. Really easy one. Give you a little hint. You might know what it is. And tell me, uh, put yes to teas if you like hot teas. Yes to teas if you like hot teas. Put a yes in the comments if you like hot tea. I like it just period, whether I am uh, trying to get my throat back to 100% because I'm doing a lot of speaking, or preparing for a speaking opportunity, or getting over a cold, whatever it is. I just enjoy it. Enjoy hot teas, and I have tons of different hot teas. Specifically, if you use hot teas for a home remedy, you want to use the one that is for your specific situation. So, for instance, the elderberry. If you're using elderberry, you want to use that if you already have the cold. The echinacea you want to use if you're trying to build up your immune system so you don't get it. So elderberry is good to use while you do have the cold or while you're trying to get over whatever the issue is. Also, another really good one is mullein tea, Mullein. I use that one a lot. It's very good for the throat and the lungs. And slippery elm and licorice tea, very, very good. Along with ginger. Ginger, of course, is good at all times. Ginger is one of those tried and true immune system boosting teas. So, get you some hot tea as a home remedy. Make sure that your cabinets are already stocked. I do blend my own personal blend of teas that I have in my detox kits, but make sure that you have those and you have them available to you, because once you come under the weather, you are going to want to already have that so that you can access it. Okay? Another really easy one that we probably know of, but uh, maybe not. But I'm going to share it anyway. And I have two more that are lesser known I'm going to share with you. And that is to gargle with hot or warm salt and water. I usually start off hot when I'm making the salt and water, when I'm stirring it to try to dissolve the salt in the water. And that's because by the time I get to the bathroom and I'm ready to gargle with it, then it's cooled off a little bit. Because you don't want to drink hot water. Or you're not drinking it, but gargle with it. But you want warm. You want very warm. And that really does work. It really does help. Now here's the kicker. Here's the thing. Um, how often we're supposed to use it. Many times, a lot of people think that you're just supposed to gargle warm soda water and that's it. But you're supposed to do it throughout the day. So every few hours, you're supposed to be gargling with the salt and the water. Okay? So that is very important that you do that. And you're not swallowing it. You're just, I won't do the demo here, but you're just gurgling it on the back of your throat for when it is that you need to use that. And I have a really good point for you too. At the end of this is going to be really important for you to know about using all of these home remedies as far as the best times. So you want to gargle, but not just once a day, not just when you're getting ready to go to bed. You want to do it throughout the day. Okay. Then another one is honey. Let's see, honey. This is honey that is actually made from the bees. I actually saw the bees make this honey. And honey is medicinal. Honey has medicinal qualities, and the great thing about honey is it really doesn't go bad. And if you have true honey, sometimes it does crystallize, meaning that it will get kind of hard and it might look like it's turning white, maybe, or a lighter color. So it gets really crusty, crystallized. So all you have to do is you have to sit your container in a pan of water, fill it up to maybe about halfway of the bottle and turn the heat up on that. Turn it up to about a medium heat and it'll start to bring that honey back to a liquid consistency. So if you've ever taken honey as a medicinal remedy, put honey in the chat. Now, honey, the way that you use it specifically is that you want to use it if you have a cough. So very helpful. And I'm going to tell you, I was one of those skeptics when it came to honey. I was a skeptic when it came to using honey. I was like, how is taking honey going to help me not cough? But really, I had just a horrible continuous cough. It was really irritating. And it's worked for my husband's or family members. But you just take the 2 tablespoons. I just use just a regular kitchen spoon. 2 swallows of that, and it helps to coat your throat, calm it down, so you can get some sleep. So this is a really good remedy to take right before bed when you're not going to be doing a lot of speaking, or if you have to do some speaking and you need that soothing calmness on your throat. So it's really good for performers too. And a lot of times people will mix the two together and they'll have the hot tea and honey in the tea. That is okay to do as well. What you don't want to do is you don't want to put sugar in that hot tea that I told you about a little bit earlier, okay? So that is another remedy for you. Now, I want to make sure that I don't have any questions because I'm going to go to the last one that I find the most beneficial. Hey, Michelle, how are you? The most beneficial for me that shortens the duration of a cold or a virus, and it actually helps bring about the restoration of your ability to breathe a lot quicker. So this one, I do not own any stock in this company, but it is a nasal rinse, nasal irrigation, and this particular one is NeilMed. It's a sinus rinse. Of course, they have many different types out on the market. Neil, Neil, I hold it still long enough for you to see that. There are many different types out on the market. This is just one of them. And this particular one, as does others, they come a with an irrigation wash apparatus. So it comes with this. And actually, I did a video, this is a while back, of actually me demonstrating this. But this particular one you put into your nostril after you fill it with water, of course. So you fill it with water. Very, very important now. Listen to this. Very, very important. Do not fill it with tap water. Do not fill it with water that comes from your sink. Fill it with a bottled water, okay? So you want to make sure that you're using a pure water form for this, because your nasal cavity is right next to your brain. So you want to take one of the saline packages or the sinus rinse, and this is sodium chloride and sodium bicarbonate. You can make it yourself at home. I find these are really easy for me for travel. You put the entire packet in here, you fill it with water, and you dissolve it just by shaking it. You shake it, you dissolve it, and you just squeeze, and the water travels from one nostril over to the other nostril and flushes out your nasal cavity. This, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, this is a game changer. And not only this, so I've found a way to actually do it myself, to do a do-it-yourself version of this, because you don't want to share the um, container. You don't want to share this container that you've had in your nasal passages with someone else. So if you have more than one person in your household, maybe that has a cold, or more than one person in your household who's fighting a virus, then you do not want to share the equipment. So what I've done, I found that works well for my husband, works well for myself, is I've taken, and actually it's a larger quantity, if you can see the quantity, is I've taken the regular bottle of water and I punch holes in the cap of the bottle. So this may be unorthodox to some, but it works still. But I take a device, and this is a skewer. And I take that skewer, and at the center of the cap, I punch holes. So I am going to do that for the sake of this demo. I'm going to show you the holes after I have punched them. And I usually punch about 4 holes here, but you can do 3 holes. It's all going to really depend on the size of the skewer that you're using. No, you don't have to heat them up. At one point I thought you'd have to do that, but you don't have to. Trust me, this is just a temporary mechanism. This is not something that you do for everyday maintenance, because I know people are thinking about, okay, plastic, da-da-da. This is just something so that you can get over whatever it is that's bothering your immune system at that time, okay? So same thing with this bottle. I take the same saline package and empty it into the bottle, screw the top back on, and then proceed to do the exact same thing with those hose. And I squeeze this bottle. Okay, my head is over a sink when this is done. Squeeze this bottle until it comes here. It goes up and over. So imagine if you're somewhere, I don't know if you're camping or if you're out of town, you can't get to a doctor or whatever it might be, and you need some sort of relief. These do not take up a lot of room in your luggage. And if you feel something coming on, it's just great to have something in the middle of the night. You don't want to have to run to an urgent care because, I'm stuffed up, I can't breathe. Now, here are some precautions with this. If you are completely stuffed up, do not force it. Also, as I mentioned, do not use tap water. And for some people, it feels better if they run some hot water over the top of the bottle, whatever that container is, and warm the temperature of the water up just a bit so that it's not so shocking going through your system. So it's not cold water, but it's a little bit warmer than lukewarm water. And so that just feels really good going out. And when you do that, when you can actually open your eyes and look and see, sheets and clogs of, of mucus that's going to be leaving your body and leaving your body. And that's what would have held on to your body for that entire night or for days later as you try to blow out a little bit, a little bit, a little bit at a time. Whereas when you use the irrigation, you're helping the mucus exit at a greater amount at one time. So that is really, really going to help you. Hey, Wanda, how are you? It's going to help you decrease the duration of whatever your virus is that you're dealing with. And it's a virus that's produced congestion in your body, a virus that's producing coughing in your body. So you want to make sure that you have these home remedies on tap because grandma, your great grandma, my great grandma, they did not go run into the patient first and the urgent care. Well, they didn't have them, or the hospital or the doctors, or calling the doctors, spending money on the doctors for every last thing that went wrong in their household. They had to have their own medicinal medicine cabinet stocked with their remedies so that they could be able to treat their children and themselves. So, to recap, the home remedies, these are some of the home remedies, but the home remedies that we take for granted include the hot teas. So, drinking the hot teas, you could drink the hot teas and drink them more than once throughout the day. They really do help your voice. And the other is gargling with warm salt and water. And the key is to do this throughout the day, not just at one time of the day. So several times throughout the day, you want to gargle with warm salt and water. Taking tea, taking honey. You can take your honey in your tea, or you can actually just take the tea by itself. And taking the tea by itself is going to really help soothe your throat, and actually it helps with calming and reducing coughs. You don't want to give honey to infants, but you can give it to small children, toddlers, and above. And finally, the nasal rinse. Finally, the nasal rinse, however you choose to administer that in the store-bought bottle or the bottle that you would use. I get a new bottle every time, of course. I don't reuse the bottles when I do it myself. Now, here's the kicker. Don't do these just like wait till I'm just gonna do them all at night. That was one of the faults that I did, was I wait till night. And when you do that, then it's going to be a challenge for you to sleep because all that work that's being done, or the loosening of the phlegm and things such as that, are going to be happening while you're trying to sleep. if you're trying to sleep, you don't want all that activity. You want to kind of keep it calm. So that's why it's important to do the gargling and do the nasal irrigation throughout the day, and that helps as well. And there are more remedies that can be offered, but those are the ones I'm going to share today. And I do thank you for watching today. And make sure that you check out my website, which is plantbasedpennylife.com. Check out my website. It shows you how to contact me. And also, it gives you more information on me. And I am Plant Based Penny. If you need to reach me, you can reach me through the website and on Facebook and Instagram, Plant Based Penny Life. YouTube, hello YouTubers, Plant Based Penny. And I look forward to you. Also, you can join the Facebook group, which is Plant Based Penny Life. So thank you for joining, and we'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.